The next one is called anxiety. Sorry, that's good. Anxiety feels like the loud humming of a wasp you can't see. Anxiety feels like catching butterflies with your mouth. Butterflies that reverse cocoon into caterpillars. You feel them crawling in your stomach. Anxiety feels like a boxing match with your own breath. The result either way is that you lose. Anxiety feels like rinsing your mouth with salt water and accidentally swallowing a little bit. It's a terrible taste of your own mistakes. Anxiety feels like being trapped in a room with closing walls made of spike, floor made of Lego, and a roof made of asteroids. There's no escaping its dreadful fate. Anxiety feels like throwing rocks at a wall made of rubber bands. The harder you try to get rid of it, the harder it hits back. Anxiety feels like praying for the sun after 13 days of rain, only to open up your window and see a tsunami of waves. Anxiety feels like being Pac-Man in a world with no power palettes, just ghosts, no strength to fight. You can run, but there's no place to hide. Anxiety feels like trying to escape a forest of fallen trees with no oxygen. You cannot breathe. Anxiety feels like smoking 20 cigarettes in your room, one after the other, but with the doors closed, windows closed, black smoke, you can't see your way out. Anxiety feels like being trapped in a space shuttle and hearing the panic buzzer, buttons flashing, no signal to Earth. You sit and hope that it stops, but it gets louder and louder. You scream until the air around you occupies your lungs until they explode. Anxiety feels like wanting them to explode. Anxiety feels like wanting everything to explode. That's anxiety. Is called therapy. I used to pay therapists to listen to me speak until I found better healing on the stage with freedom of speech.
Yes.
I speak my truth, an advocate for better in the youth, because divorce is on the rise and y'all only fear for the institution of marriage, fail to hear the children's cries. I have nightmares of seeing my nephew on the news when I check the Jamaican Observer. His mom's in a different country trying to make a better life for him and her. But all he feels is loneliness, like she doesn't even care. I pray one day I have the opportunity to bring my family back together. This hole in my heart only gets deeper until I reconnect with my twin brother. We came in this world together, but found different paths. But we'll never be separated. His blood flushes through my heart. I pray my grandmother lives long enough for me to pay her back. For all the time she showed me worth, even when I was surrounded by lack. I pray I fulfill my dreams one day and make my uncle proud. His praises of me are always also loud. I pray to keep my mother smiling up in heaven where she lays. I cling so tightly to the possibility of seeing her again someday. My therapist thinks it's unhealthy. I think the world is just too small to him. Luckily, I'm in touch with the universe, so I receive whatever it's offering. I still struggle with my emotions on a day-to-day basis, but stick it out through the storm because the rainbows, they're fucking worth it. And that's therapy. A nicer one, I guess. This one is called Sharon. It's named after my amazing girlfriend. And it's called, I've got she's here, she's in the house. So I've basically got a folder full of them and they're all called Sharon. So if you follow me, you'll hear Sharon I, Sharon IV, Sharon 5, so on and so forth. Okay, so this is Sharon I. You and I were created. I'm good to go. Okay. You and I were created around 13 billion years ago. Sun to my moon. Radiate me in ebony glow, that melanin gold. Water me, sweet droplets. See how fast I grow. Ignite the stars for me, so I'm never alone.